All right, Grand Rising, everybody. Yes, Grace is right. It is definitely good, and I'm super proud of them. Grace, I'm getting ready to send you a link. We're going to call this one 19. So this is Personal Finance 19 is what we're going to call this one. And we're talking about the difference is how you are spending. It's the difference is how you are buying it, or whatever I got written out in the chat. What I got written in the chat, Grace?
The difference is how you are buying.
There we go. The difference is how you are buying. Hopefully you've done your personal budgets. If not, we're going to go over that, but we're not going to go over that as much. Well, we will, but you won't be helped if you do not do it. So I don't know what to tell you about that, but you want to make sure you do that. Grace, also, I'm going to send you a link real quick, and I want you to play it because just in case mine doesn't play like it did yesterday. I've seen that link. So go ahead and play that for us full screen. And while she's pulling that up, let me give you all a goal or an introduction here. And film school starts today at 10:30. You got a goal and an introduction here. There's a way to spend money, and there's other ways to spend money. But the difference in your financial future is in how you're spending money. And I found a clip by Grant Cardone to highlight this. It's extremely braggadocious, which it should be, because he was proving a point, and I'm glad he did, because all of you should be braggadocious in your doings. And your house should brag, your car should brag, and your clothes should brag, and your underwear should cost $100, and all sorts of stuff, right? Whatever that is for you, whatever you like. But the way you do it is valuable and important. Okay? Grace, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, come on. Go ahead and share it with sound.
Okay.
Let's get this popping, and then we're going to share the link out. And then right after this, Grace, you're going to post the 2 links. And you're going to post the link for the personal financial budget too, for anybody who hasn't got it.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and hit play widescreen that too. Let's get the full screen working.
Hey, wait a minute, damn it. Hey, all you ball players, I just got on the phone with a ball player friend of mine. All you ball players, rappers, DJs, I got a message for you. Grant Cardone here. You see this TikToker? Get in a little closer, Johnny. You in tight enough? Yeah. All you guys out there, all you guys buying your big vehicles, banging up your rolls, getting your Lambos, got 3 or 4 or 5 cars, buying garages and houses, showing off your bullshit, stacking up your Richards, got your little paddock, the little one. I got the big one. Collecting your Hublots and your APs and your whatever else, your Rollies. Nonsense. So dumb, man. What are you guys doing? Okay? You got your big AMG $240,000 Mercedes. I got all that shit too, guys, okay? I got all that junk. By the way, men are the culprits of this problem way more than women. What are you doing, okay? I never buy this junk. I got all this stuff. I got the cars, I got the Rollie, we got the dumb truck, not the dump truck. I got the bird. Okay, let me show you a little plane I got, a little thing I got. You're collecting Lambos, and I'm buying Gulfstreams. Okay, this is the model they gave me when I paid cash for the jet. That was the last 550 sold by Gulfstream in the world. Okay, now why am I all up in your shit today? Because you're wasting money. You're wasting money on dumb shit. I'm buying the same stuff. The difference is how we're buying it, okay? You're buying out of earned income and I'm buying out of passive income. You understand the difference? You're busting your ass. You're a ball player. You're getting all broke up, getting beat up, getting hammered on a short-term career. What, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years max? You're a rapper. You're out there freaking, you're out there, boom, boom, you know, traveling all over the world, man. Your joints are all beat up. Your voice is beat up. You're using too many drugs. You can't settle down. Can't spend time with the right people. Can't build a family because you're traveling all over the world. What? 150,000 miles a year, you're going 200 nights. I know that's earned income. You get the earned income, and then you go waste it on bullshit. You know what I do with my earned income? I buy buildings. I own this building. I don't rent here. I own that building, okay? The building behind me, I don't know if they can see that other big blue building behind me. Dude, I'm trying to buy that damn thing right now, okay? Now, I got 7,000 units today. I'm bragging to you. I wish my daddy would have got all up in my face like I'm in your face today. Rather than buying Gucci belts and H belts, the Hermes belt, and chains and ropes and bracelets, okay? Here's my bracelet for the day. What I do is I take all the money from my busting my ass income, earned income, pay the taxes so I don't get Wesley sniped, all right, or Nicky caged. Stupid, these guys make all this money, man, and they end up having to go to jail. Or they gotta file bankruptcy. It's stupid. What are you doing? How many ball players go broke after they retire? Not because they retired because they didn't plan for the retirement that you knew was gonna happen anyway, and they spent a bunch of money on bullshit. I buy bullshit out of passive income only. 7,000 apartments. Let me show you this building right here, okay? There's 250 units behind me. It's gonna pay $2,200 a month for every person that lives in one of those units. Every 10 to 14 months, a person is gonna move out, somebody else is gonna move in. I own 7,000 of those. If there's cash flow from those 7,000, then, and only then, do I buy something stupid. How stupid can you go? Well, how much cash flow is the answer. You can go as stupid. How stupid can you go? You can go as stupid as your cash flow, as long as it's free cash flow, meaning passive income. Watch out, Johnny. Okay, as long as it's passive income. This watch, there's 1,300 of these on the planet. 1,300. Okay, the day I bought this, I bought it out of passive income. And while I bought this one, I stacked up another one right next to it. 2 watches, same week, both Paddocks, both new, and both out of passive income. Now, you can take this as bragging, you can say I'm obnoxious. We're both obnoxious, and both of us brag. That's why you're watching this bullshit video right now, okay? Because you know you're a damn bragger, and you know you're bodacious, okay? And you know you like this kind of bullshit. The question is, how you gonna pay for it? I'm not telling you not to buy the bullshit. Shit. Buy the bullshit, dude. But don't buy it on your time. Buy it on the dime's time. You know what I'm saying? Okay? You fighting slavery, man. What you do is you get George Washington, get Ben Franklin, Ulysses S. Grant, got their faces on some dollars. What you do is get the money, pay the taxes, and then get your earned income invested in real assets that makes you passive income. Get you some depreciation. If you don't know what that is, you might want to look it up. Get your passive income spitting out so many baby Ben Franklins that you can do stupid shit all the time. And then you can fly private. Look, it isn't showing off if you could buy it forever. Listen to what I'm telling you. It's not showing off if I die and my kids can still live like that too. That's the play, dude, okay? I could die today and my kids and my wife and my charities wouldn't know that I had died. Quit doing dumb shit with your money until you've done some smart stuff with it. then you can do dumb stuff with it. Paddock out.
All right, Grace, you can stop it. That video hit hard. Hard. All right. Some of you ain't like that.
That was amazing.
It was absolutely amazing, and it was inspirational. And while braggadocious, it wasn't bragging at all. He said something, he said a lot. And at the very end, he said two things, most notably. It's not bragging if you can get it forever. This y'all. Yeah. If you can get it forever, it ain't bragging. And when he dies, his charities, his children, and his expenses will never know. Did y'all hear that?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yes,
the
sir.
play.
We heard it loud and clear.
That's the play. You understand what I'm saying? That's the play. The play is that when you die, hearts may know, but your impact never knows. Never knows. So it's about how you spend this money. Write this down real quick because we have a lot to cover, and then we're going to do your personal budgets. But the way he explained his money was earnings to assets. All right, let's change. Well, let's keep it simple. Earnings to assets. And then there's a loop. There's what you call it in the computer programming. You call it a loop. If the earnings to assets, and then what you do now is if you're writing down a piece of paper, you're gonna have a up and a 45-degree angle arrow, and then what's this one? Maybe that's 120. You know, one like this and one like that. You know what I'm saying? I need two arrows, however you want to go. Earnings to assets. If cash flow is available, buy dumb stuff. That's the top one. The bottom one, if not, repeat. Earnings to asset. And then if cash flow is available, buy dumb stuff. If not, repeat. And what are you repeating? Earnings to assets. Now let's define what dumb stuff is. Anything that does not make you money. Well, Antonio, you know this, I have to wear suits, they make me money. They do not. They do not make you money. So let's define what rich people mean by make you money. Immediately. Same day, weekly, quarterly, some dividend payout, monthly, actual money. What we have a habit of doing is we have a habit of going to, let me talk to men, going to Joseph A. Banks. We say, oh, this $7,000 because you can't go in there without spending $7,000. That's just, I don't know. That's why they real slick too. They do like a 7-for-1 sale, or you buy one get 7 free. They get you real good. Buy one get 3 free. They always got some stupid sale that don't make no sense because you paying for the road and they carpets. Every time you go, there's nothing in Joseph A. Bank cheap. I've never seen it. And we'll say, well, that makes me money because I need to look good on camera. I need to look good at a job. It does not make you money, Philip. It does not make you money, Bartholomew. It does not. The reason it doesn't is because it doesn't quarterly go into your bank account, monthly, etc. Does it make you money in your image in this? So if you got to explain how it makes you money, it don't make you money. I hope I just freed somebody. If you have to go through a scenario to where something makes you money, it does not. So some of y'all needed this. You know what I'm saying? And this is today is a freeing day. This is class 19. We actually had like 21, but this is a freeing day. If Arshia says, well, I have to get a bulletproof vest, okay. She's in security. That don't make her money. We don't keep her alive or increase the probability of, but it doesn't make money. And then she says, she gets with Anthony Lucas, and Anthony says, well, you can write it off in your taxes because the company made you pay. All right, you're absolutely right. You can write it off in your taxes. So technically that makes you money. All right. And if you have to go so technically, it does not make you money. Am I telling you that a tax deduction, or which a tax write-off, which is a tax deduction, is not making you money? No, I'm not telling you that. Am I telling you that when you get your tax return, it won't make you money? No, I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you there's a difference between tax codes, tax deductions, deductible income, and making money while saving money than passive income. And I don't want you all lumping everything into passive income. In this video, he had a very good definition of passive income. When you die, nobody will know. That's passive income. Now, I can give you plenty of definitions, but I like that definition. I like that. That is rock solid. When I die, my charities won't know, because it's going to keep going on and on and on and on. So let's repeat, because personal budget is next, and then we got a lot. We have a whole lot. Let's repeat. You are going to earn money, whatever that may be. That's your blessing. Your reasonable service on this planet is to earn money. It is your reasonable service. You understand? Reasonable service. Deepak Chopra said, I don't know, maybe a decade ago, maybe two now, human beings are the only species on the planet that pay to live here. That's a very accurate statement. When you think about it, it's a very accurate statement. We're the only species on this planet that pay to live on this planet. That's incredible. Anyway, I'm just thinking about the profoundness of that statement. It's incredible when you think about it. We need to change that whole system, but I'll leave it alone for right now. The earnings. Let's get to these earnings, Jerome. It doesn't matter how you earn money. You can do porn. You can do pastoring. Those are two different things, completely different. They're not even in the same geographical location, not even in the same hemisphere. So from pornography to pastoring, or the pornography to preaching. Once you get it, it's earned income. Earned income is bad. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll come back to that. We're gonna Grace, send me a little private message. Earned income is bad. Send that to me. Earned income is bad. It is the devil.
Antonio.
Yes, sir.
I told Grace, I told Deanna, any money that I earn from ATS, my name better not be on it.
I remember that.
My LLC better be on it. Jerome Red Enterprise LLC or Jerome Red. If my name is on it, I'm sending it back and have you change it, because I pay more taxes on my earned income
That's right.
than I do on my business income.
That's right.
So let's start it off correctly, okay?
That's right. That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. You gave me a little nuance there.
So you're right. Earned income is bad.
That bad. It's the devil. It has a red suit on with some horns. This is bad. Earned income is bad. Now, of course, when you take income and you funnel it through your business, it is still earned income. The corporation, the entity, is treated differently, therefore taxed differently. And a sole proprietorship is not a corporation, just so you know. If you went, a lot of people, Law, unmute your mic and say something so we can have you frozen in time on this recording.
Hello, beautiful people.
Yes, look at you. I want
Come
that
on with the bow tie.
stacked. I need that stacked. You understand? I need that ASAP. I want that. You just send it in the mail. You do what I did to Frida. You send it in the mail. That's what I want. That looks good. You stop my whole sentence. When you take it through your business, you still earn income. But as Jerome wisely pointed out, it is taxed much differently. Earned income is bad. Why? Why is earned income bad, Arshia? Because it's called income tax. We never really make that leap.
It's the devil.
It is the devil. It's wearing horns. It is.
Stand seeing that jack wheel I'm taxing on it.
Especially
Who
when
is
you get the
FICA?
commissions. When you get commissions, they tax his commissions at 30%.
Who the heck
have
is
no
FICA?
Like, I got $5,000 commissions this month. No, you don't. You got $2,579 is what you
That's
got.
exactly right. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Earned income is taxed.
And I'm number 5 in the district. Let's go.
Oh man, you the number 5 taxpayer. Yes, you number 5 taxpayer in the district. The reason it's taxed so harshly, Frida, because it's called income tax. And we never really make that leap because nobody ever tells us income tax. It's right there in front of us, but nobody said, hey, you know, they're going to tax that, right? Like, incredibly. Why? Is it bad? Well, yes, it's bad, but that's not the point. It's the government's only source of income. Constitutionally, the government can only make money by taxes. It's the only way they can make money. The only other way the government makes money is they borrow it from the private banks. You call it the Federal Reserve. So unless they borrowing money or getting Dolores to pay back what they just borrowed, they can't make no money. This is so ingrained in our United States Constitution. When America did the Louisiana Purchase and bought like the whole left middle side of America, they wasn't even sure if it was constitutionally legal. So they rushed it through before partisanship can take hold. This is vital for your understanding. Why? Because I want you to use the financial sheet thingy that I worked kind of hard on. I mean, it wasn't, I did my thing, but oh, good. Okay, Phil's got it. You know, I worked well. Yeah, it wasn't, I did my thing. There, okay, I see a lot of people printing out. Because I want you to come in her, that's how my sister says it, because she is from the middle of Dallas. She's from Duncanville. That's sitting right in the middle of Dallas. And then she lived in Waxahachie. She's from Waxahachie. Waxahachie, you know you country when your city is called Waxahachie. Grace, just let me stop my screen. Google it real quick, Grace. Look at the way it's spelled. It's got W's and X's all in it, and CH's. It is. I don't know where. It must have been there's something indigenous, that's for sure. Waxahachie. You know you country. Waxahachie just paved their roads yesterday. Like, they just got paved roads yesterday.
Wow.
Right there, Waxahachie. Waxahachie. We used to go there in the summer to the most boring suburb ever. They wouldn't let kids play. And so what did we do, Dolores? We sinned and we went outside and played anyway. And it was an old folk place. We threw eggs and all sorts of stuff because I've been a heathen a long time. Anywho, personal budget. So, you put in your information. And the cool thing about the way I did this is you can actually take this. This is solid enough for you to go take it and go to a bank. If you can see it, I actually made it in that area. Here's the thing now. This balance sheet is going to do some, it's going to do some pretty numbers when you're in here. You understand? It's going to do some pretty numbers when you're in here. Now, let us review. And so here's some details, right? And then right here is the most important, this sexy word right here, cash flow. It is the most beautiful word on planet Earth besides you may now kiss the bride. You may now kiss the bride and cash flow are the two most sexiest words on the planet. I mean, they are fantastic. Okay, cash flow. Because if Dolores here, you may kiss the bride, but Antonio ain't got no cash flow. Well, you're gonna say I do just to say I don't. So we don't want that.
Hello.
Okay, we don't want that. We don't want that. Who has done your finance? I saw a bunch of you done your personal finances. You went, whoa.
Got it started.
Got it started. Started is good. Started is good. Started is better.
I looked at it and said, whoa, shit.
No.
Let me
Yes.
get here early. So let me get here early.
Antonio. Antonio.
Yes, sir.
Here it is.
Right there. Good.
Yeah, right there. See,
Right
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, buddy, I get it.
And I got the application, but I ain't filled it.
Look, Phil and Susan did one apiece. They in the same house. They both did it. In the same house.
Antonio.
They just want to make us look bad.
Yes, ma'am, Renee.
Now I got the paper, but I had went ahead and did our budget because we sat down and did ours, and I was doing all of our bills and stuff, and did all the crunching, and so I would know from how the 10%, 60%, how that looks as in dollar amounts and stuff. And I was already getting upset then looking at that, and I said, "Ain't no way!"
Ain't no way.
Telling me that I got $9 left after doing what I need to do. I said $9, and that still puts me in the red because that don't even include gas and other stuff. I said, "Oh my God!"
Taxes. And
I just did how much coming in every week, how much I'm getting literally paycheck. I was like, this is irritating.
When she did her budget, found out she had $9 left. Inflation ain't in there or taxes ain't in there.
And it ain't. So that really puts me at negative, let's just say, I don't even know, but it's probably a number I don't even know that even exists.
It puts you at a hardworking American, and you are a blessing to the middle class and society, and we have failed you, is where it puts you. That's where it puts you. I need all of you. Yes, I need all of you.
Too kind now. Don't be too kind.
I mean, he already done sucker punched me a little bit, but it's all right because I'm coming up out of this, man. I'm sorry. We got to go.
It's why I showed that Grant Cardone video, because all of you have bought things through your income. Like, as you do that budget, you're putting your income and you're putting what you're buying with your income. Like, that's what you're doing. Like that is what you are doing. But we're coming back to that. That's why I started off with that. Who found this exercise? Well, it's not exercise because y'all keep your financial budget. It's a living document. That means Susan cannot wait. Or no, excuse me. Phil's going to slap my hand. Looking forward to. Susan is looking forward to changing it every day. Susan's looking forward to changing it every day. That's what a living document means. It means that those numbers are never accurate, because as entrepreneurs, you all are a fortunate society that get pay raises every day. Now, that should have made you happy. That's the beautiful part of free enterprise and entrepreneurship. You are in charge of your pay raise every single day. Once I understood that, it was freeing for me. I was pissed off at the same time because I hadn't been properly doing it, but it was also liberating at the same time. It was absolutely liberating. And I need someone to be honest, like $9 honest. You know, I say that about though. Who did your budget? And AJ was like, oh, who did your budget and went, whoa, I've been lying to myself. Who did it? Okay, come on, Grace. Let me hear from you.
Yeah.
You got to come back again, huh? Come on, Grace. Let me die, because this is real. This is real. Go ahead.
I mean, when I saw it and I was the questions it was asking, the items that you need to put in there, I was like, okay. I got pissed off.
You should.
She being nice. I didn't even know what the hell to do. I was like, well, wait a minute. I don't have that kind of money. What are they talking about? I'm not even in the money to make a budget. Like, wait a minute.
Yes.
This is wrong.
That's a blessing. Adrian, you just blessed everybody. Some of you didn't know what to do. And some of you was like, I can't fill out none of these slots.
Okay, I didn't want to say that, but you know. But okay.
I can't fill out none of these slots. I don't have
a whole lot of empty lines.
A whole lot of them. A whole lot of it. You start seeing schedule this and this and that. And then that's why I want to do it. I had the first financial budget I actually ever used was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It was available for $9. I forget what it was. And it was fantastic. This one is meant for you to try to go get an SBA loan. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think business wise. So I'm trying to, I put it together, Jerome, so you can say, I want this apartment complex. You know, I did that. So you say, here's my cash flow. Here's my stuff. Here's my stuff. Here's my stuff. Now let me say something real quick. I'm gonna get Sister Booker because Shannon muted her mic, and then I want to tell you about Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. Let's study a book as well. I want to tell you about that because right now at this moment they all go together. What I want to tell you is when you have positive cash flow, let's share my screen. When you have this right here, when you do all this stuff and you get to there's your balance sheet, this is what they're gonna say, okay, credit. And they're gonna say, this is what they're gonna say, okay, Antonio manages debt well. He's credit worthy. This is when they're gonna say, and he has the ability to pay me back. Did y'all catch that? This is, got him. I'm gonna add some more debt on him. He's a good slave. And this one is, okay, he's a good slave that can keep my commission going. That's basically what this means. And you say what you want. Not a single banker is out here working for free. These loan officers are not your friends. They're real good. Oh, Susan, you want some mints? Would you and they remember her name. They remember every time, hey, Susan, they do all that good stuff. And remember, they are not your friends. They are commissioned employees, as it should be. But the more you ask for, the more they like you. All right, let me get Sister Book. Go ahead, Sister Book.
I was going to say it also shows you a lot of things you're doing foolishly, but it also prepares you for what you need on a daily basis when you go to your CPA. That's right. At the end of the year.
Yeah, now you said something there that if you do this throughout the year, you will bless your CPA for sure and yourself at tax time. You really will. Tyrell sent me something in chat privately. He said this is a reflection of what you spoke about and the reason why we should have passive income. Grace, I want you to read this because he is right. Let's start with the headline because everybody's a headline reader.
Uber preps for rougher days ahead.
You better believe it, boo-boo. How you gonna be? We'll come back to that because I got plenty to say. The company CEO called hiring a privilege. Give it to me, Grace. This means FUBAR. This is effed up beyond all recognition. That's an Army word. Okay. Go ahead, Grace.
Thank you so much for that acronym because I would have asked. As stocks plummet even further and an economic recession looms, companies are starting to hoard their acorns in anticipation of harsher conditions. Take Uber. On Sunday, CEO Dara K sent a letter to staff explaining how Uber is hunkering down given the rapidly deteriorating macro environment, and what he laid out is probably being mimicked in boardrooms across the country. The takeaways. The stock market is...
No, you ain't got to read that.
Okay.
It's effed up beyond recognition. You understand? That's what that means. I'm going to break down all the stuff in this. Okay. Before I do that, let's go to Tuesday. Phil, tell us what we're doing tonight, 5:30. 5:30, Phil and Susan will be going over. Oh, you can't hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. 5:30.
I don't think he heard you.
Oh, okay. Phil, tell us what we're doing tonight at 5:30.
We're going to be covering the book 48 Laws of Power that Antonio has been gracious enough. Good. There's the book. Thanks, Grace, because I don't have the book. I just have Antonio's notes, which were incredible that he did that. When you think that every little piece of ink that's on that paper is a keystroke that he did, we owe him a great debt of gratitude to be able to take 48 Laws of Power and reduce it down to what we've reduced it down to. And it's an amazing exercise. Susan started yelling at me after she looked at the note. She says, "I don't agree with this stuff. This isn't good. What are you doing? You didn't check with me first before you said you're going to do this. You didn't check with me first." And so I said, "Oh, good googly moogly. I'm sleeping on the couch tonight."
That's how it works. That's how it works. For sure.
But because it's a law doesn't mean you have to agree with it. During the 70s, I smoked a lot of pot. It was against the law, but I still smoked a lot of pot. I disagree with the law, but I still did what I did. So he obviously this author. I'd like Antonio tonight to kind of give us a little background on the author and the book and what I would know because I don't have the book.
Gotcha.
But what the author did, obviously, he took the concept of power and then studied what are the laws related to power. And he wrote this book, which is, there's some incredible stuff. We're going to have a lot of fun doing this because I love it when people disagree with it and they go, well, that's not right. And we're going to have a lot of discussion with it. So it's going to be pretty, I'm pretty excited about going over it.
Absolutely. It's gonna be fun.
Susan wants to say something.
Oh, yeah. And you ain't going to have to ask nobody to talk either, Phil. They gonna jump out there talking when you do this. Go ahead, Susan.
I'm getting Audible today so that we have that.
Good. I tell you what, let me
say a lot more than that. Yeah, I got lucky.
Can we get those notes?
What notes? Oh, yeah, yes, Grace, please.
Yeah,
put the 48. Yes.
Grace can send it to everybody, I think.
Thank you.
Strongly recommend you, Grace, to put that out there. And I strongly recommend all of you to have the 48 Laws of Power. All of you do that. And then Grace, what you're going to do for me is you're going to send Phil and Susan my Audible password. Okay. Do you still have it?
We have it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you got Audible already?
Yeah. Don't we, Phil?
Cool.
Then we get stuff from there.
Oh, well, you good then. Okay, then good. Because it's definitely on there. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. The reason I'm bringing 48 Laws of Power right here, because now I get to play with this finance stuff, because it's absolutely all in 48 Laws of Power. I'm going to reread this article now. Here's why. Now, I'm not going to say too much about what I think about 48 Laws of Power. I'm going to say that for Tuesday. I recommend all of you be on it. There is not a better class being taught in ATS at any time. Now that you do it 48 Laws of Power, it's not a better one. And I can assure you, all that, come on, somebody talk, that ain't gonna have to happen. Ain't gonna have to happen. Y'all gonna jump out there. You gonna disagree or agree or say, somebody did that to me. My husband did that. You gonna do all that. Here's what I want
Antonio.
You. Yes, sir.
Susan said, Antonio's doing that to us.
Too funny. Too funny. You know. I use the 48 Laws of Power so I can know for sure when they are being used. Check me out, Dolores. They're always being used, but I need to know when I'm walking into them. Let me reread this article for you, and I'll read this time, Grace. The company CEO is saying, we're not doing any more hiring because the government is getting ready to shut down because we are now in a recession. Hiring is a privilege. I'll show you. I didn't add that words. Jerome, watch me. Remember this privilege. I'm going to show you where it gets repeated. And it gets repeated in plain English. Right here. Uber is hunkering down because of the rapidly deteriorating market. Macro environment means economy. And he laid out probably that this is being mimicked in every Fortune 500 company, is what he just said. Let's do it again. Macro environment. Remember that? Remember that video, how the economy works? That when I spend money, I become this income, this something. Right. That's the behavior. Macro means, well, it doesn't mean behavior, but it does in this case. Behavior. Okay, go ahead, Phil.
Well, then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. All the companies read that say, oh, we better hunker down. Well, that's contributing to the recession.
Boom.
So you go down this slippery slope.
Right.
Until you hit the bottom, and then, like Jack Welch says, during uncertain times, you weed out the weak players. And the strong ones widen the gap. So the message is get strong financially, get strong physically, get strong spiritually, get strong with your relationships. Do everything you can right now to get strong. And if you're doing anything that makes you weak, stop doing it.
No, that made sense. that was pretty straight. ABC, straightforward. I got you, Law. Give me 1 second. The environment, we are now in a recession. Actually, we've been in a recession, but if you ask me, we've been in a recession. Now it's getting deeper. We can no longer hide it. We can no longer hide it. Don't worry about it. I'll show you. Phil is absolutely right. That's why I brought up 48 Laws of Power. Why I bring up 48 Laws of Power? Because Uber is saying, yeah, we're not fit to be hiring. One. Now, you think Uber is in a room by itself? Or you think Uber has partners? Do you genuinely think the men and women, because there's definitely women, but this is a man problem. This is a man problem. I'm not going to be the preacher that puts the problems of the world on Eve. You understand? I'm gonna blame Adam because ain't nothing happened. So Adam made excuses. Okay, you understand? I'm just gonna call it like I see it. Women are not messing up the world. old men are. Let's call it like we see it. Do you okay? So let's call it like we see it. Do you think the old men and young men are in rooms isolated, or do you think they getting together 48 laws of power and saying, "Hey, this is what we doing, what y'all doing? Now we locking it up." Well, you are our partner. We locking it up. Well, you got to lock it up. And then, as Phil said, then the banks go, "Hey, y'all locking up? Y'all should lock up because I don't see how much longer we're going to do this." And if you don't think that's happening, you need to be Tuesday night.
I happen to be
6:30.
Look, I happened to be in the bank the other day, and the man came out and told me, he's like, I'm thinking, damn, he probably knows I'm financially like in the deficit. But he said something to me that was important. And he said that we got about 6 good months. And then we're going to see things drastically change. He said that in the bank. So I was kind of glad that I was in these classes with you now. I'm like, well, damn. All right, at least I got like 6 months to try to figure out what I'm trying to do.
No,
but he did just say that.
100%. I mean, obviously, there's no reason that I would be not sacrificing, but shifting meetings to personal finances. I obviously see bad times ahead. And I started off that way. Remember, I told y'all I see bad times ahead. Go ahead, Law.
I was gonna say I was actually reading this the other day, and I just had a feeling that the recession was coming in. Would you say the recession occurs between 7 to 10 or a flat 7 years?
It's okay. That's a good question. On average, the data would tell you about every 7 years. That's what the data would tell you. That's not really true anymore, though, because we've changed. We have. So this is a very good question, Lon. It forces me to watch the smart Antonios out there that are going to correct me. So this is a very good question. It's a very good question. Every 7 years, boom, bust, bear. I forget the other term is, right? Bear down, something, whatever. And boom, bust is the best way that I'm going to give it to you right now. That's the 48 laws of power link in there. Grace, put it in the notes for me.
Bear bull.
Bear bull. There it is. Thank you. There it is. Bear bull, boom, bust. 7 years. And you can always increase. I mean, you can always depend on your stocks collectively to go up 7%. So that you're right in that respect. But we're all wrong. Because we just messed up. We're not even fiat anymore. I think when historians look back at the 21st century, I think they're going to call us a hyper fiat financial system. We're not even, so let's just start with the Renaissance period to save time. You have the Renaissance period. That's the Renaissance means it's Latin for rebirth. And what's the rebirth? They didn't like the Dark Ages, 500 to 1500. So they said, let's go back to when stuff was good. What's that? Antiquity, the Greek Golden Age. From 1500 to 1750, and 1750 starts what you call the Enlightenment period. This is when, and if you go read Bibles and the Enlightenment period, you will see that we were so enlightened, we took the miracles out the Bible and we said, well, this is where we start explaining, there are no miracles. There's a rational explanation for all of these things. And that goes on from 1750 to roughly 1890, 1900. And in 1900 is what you get what we call, because of the Industrial Revolution, the modern period. As an adjective, we call that modernity. The modern period or modernity. And then somewhere when Grace was born, we start switching. I mean, no longer modern. Grace is like born in 62 or something. She's old. And I'm just joking. I couldn't resist. She's born in 80. And we start switching. We're getting ready to go, we went to the moon. And somewhere around 85, 90, we go into hyper modernity. That is to say, all that modern stuff y'all doing, we worse now, Dolores. You think feminism was bad? Feminism ain't even feminism no more. It is radicalism. You think masculinity is bad? It's not even masculinity no more. We hypered that too. We went from women being silent and be quiet, to women can't vote, to you can vote, but you're gonna do what the hell I say. Like, we hypered everything. We hypered everything. So you now live in hyper modernity. And I'm saying we've been in the fiat system, 60-ish, 50-ish, FDR-ish. But we ain't doing that no more. Now we're irresponsible, Phil. We were responsibly messing up the money. We don't care no more. And this is how you know we don't care. When the conservative party, the party of money, gives out stimuluses too in record-breaking fashion. When the class, when the political class of we're not giving y'all jack goes, well, you know what? Here's 890 billion. So we're in hyper. And I'm telling you, Law, that because we're in a hyper fiat economical system now, that 7 years recession stuff, them lies. Our recessions happen quicker now and they last longer, just like global warming. Who remembers when you was a kid, a tornado was on the ground for 5 minutes? Them joints cross states now. Remember that. They stay on the ground for a long time now, don't they? One tornadic system can go from Oklahoma all the way to Kansas. Just one. Not a tornado, but the whole system. That one thunderstorm system. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So that's a very, very, very good question. Go ahead with your second question, Law.
Thank you. So my follow-up to that would be, I guess it's more of a personal thing, and I guess it's a good thing that Mexico conference is taking place this weekend.
Yes.
But I did say to myself that in the last recession, I want to ensure that I'm in a good position where I don't have to, worry about the recession, what have you. And here I am kind of back in the same position. Yes, I made a little leeway, but I still have to think about my finances. How can I ensure in the next recession I don't have to worry about anything at all?
Yeah, I would put myself on a plan of getting 8 single family homes that bring you in $500 a month a piece. And so it's that 8 times 5 is 40. So that's $4,000 a month. That's what that would be in rental income. And I think you can survive in Texas off of $4,000 a month. There's no doubt about that, for sure. For sure. That's what I would do. I'd put myself on that plan. To have 8 single family homes. And then of course, that's some good stable income. And then you go from there. Does it have to be homes? Who cares? Nobody cares. The goal there was $4,000 a month that other people are doing. That was the goal. I just gave a real estate example. I don't care if you use Ken Johnson, Brad Blazer, or Ozarka Water. Create something that gives you $4,000 a month. That should be our goal. And if you have to stack, if you have to play Monopoly for houses, trading to get a hotel, then that's what you do. That's actually a very solid, good plan, because a lot of times we move too fast and our investments can't be secured because our assets aren't mature enough. So let me uncomplex that. I said that.
That makes a lot of sense.
It makes a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? It makes a lot, especially if you, here's a good way to know your financial position. Sell a house or be in the middle of some deal. Doesn't matter what it is. You know, let's say Sister Booker is in this situation. She's got this good stream of income coming, and it's fun too. It's like it's writing her dreams. You know what I'm saying? It's like writing her dreams. That's fantastic. This is how you know if you're in a good financial situation. Well, for one, if your sister Book and her husband say you don't need no more money, you're probably in a good financial situation. So barring that aside, pretend you have a house or pretend you have a big deal, but you have to wait 9 months. Not a planned 9 months, Jerome. Well, that's easy. It's real easy, Dolores, to believe in God when you know when the breakthrough coming. That's real. Oh, that's easy.
Watch yourself.
You understand? You just get 9 months worth of noodles. That's easy. You understand? That's easy. That's easy. You have some thick bowel movements, but I'm just saying, you'll be all right. You'll get over it. When you have your income tied up in a deal like a house or some deal, some software, some company, you're trying to go public, anything like that. And if you are dying in that wait, you in law's question. And that's what law is talking about. Everybody got me? You're in law's question. You know if you're doing financially well when Amazon says, oh, we're going to pay you, but it's going to be, 180 days from now. A lot of these big contracts, they don't pay out weekly or monthly. You get an apartment complex with a reasonable deal, we're going to pay out quarterly. It's going to pay out quarterly. And it should, because there's a lot of moving pieces. And then you got to pay the property manager. And you shouldn't own an apartment complex and be the property manager, because you're never going to get a second apartment complex. You're just never going to get one. The man who spends all day making money has no time to make money. But you definitely don't want to be managing an apartment complex. And pays quarterly. Can you wait 3 months? Can you wait 6 months? Can you wait biannually? That's 6 months. So if you're in a good financial situation when you're stretched out 9 months, stretched out 18 months, and you're still okay. This is not me saying have 6 months reserves, because that's actually not true no more, because we're in a hyper fiat. I've never said hyper fiat before ever until somebody asked me that question. I don't think anybody has said that, but I'm telling you, I think when historians look back, they're going to change our monetary classification. We're not in barter and trade. We're not gold back standard. We're not fiat no more. We are just printing without discretion. It is amazing how we have not. I don't see how it can last. Everything has consequences. Go ahead, Phil.
Biden just asked Congress for $33 billion to aid Ukraine. Just to aid Ukraine, and $11 billion to deal with COVID. Now, where's that money coming from? I mean, where's $44 billion that I can go use?
They approved it. Hello.
I've got two major responses here. Go ahead, Sister Booker. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say quickly, there's something wrong with that picture.
There's something very wrong with that picture. And I think this is the third round we sent in the UK to. If it's not the third, it's the second for sure. That's kind of the gift and curses. Well, anyway, here's my two major responses to that. The first is to Phil. Where's that money coming from? Well, they sure didn't raise taxes. That's my favorite, but they sure didn't raise taxes to get it. So what do? We printed it and made it up. That's now $33 billion of inflation devaluing the money on your bank account, in your bank account, on your credit card, and in your wallet. Let's just call it what it is. Let's just call it what it is. My second major response is you need to be let's study a book with Phil and Susan, because I hear 48 laws of power, all in that. There is no way that we need to send $33 billion to Ukraine. No disrespect. I hope they get everything they need. I know doggone well that they didn't just pass that. They put some stuff they tried to pass that y'all knocked down as dog ears on those on that executive order or that bill that's getting ready to get passed.
Pork.
Yes. They put a bunch of stuff on there that y'all shot down. And since you're so, let's help Ukraine, they like, well, yeah, let's ride that energy. Let's put this in here, put this in here, put that. All the stuff y'all would never, ever pass as a bill is getting passed on that check that's going to get sent out. It had
and not a penny being sent to Haiti.
Not a penny being sent to Haiti. And now that's by design. Now that's by design.
You know I know that. Why it pisses me off.
I know that's right. I know that's right. That is by design. And there is no difference between Haiti and Cuba. And to add one more thing in there, there's no such thing as the Middle East. That is made up. That's propaganda. That's Africa, for God's sakes. There's no such thing as Middle East. It's the Mediterranean, depending on what you're talking about. There's no such thing as Middle East. And when I hear people saying there's no such thing as Middle East, it doesn't matter. It's freaking Africa. Right? It's not Middle East. There's no such thing as third world. That's something we made up in World War II. Oh, World War I. Yeah, World War I is when we did it. Well, that's just when we winners said, all right, let's just divide this crap up. And when we created NATO, they said, all right, well, here's first world, and then here's third world. It's all by what property you got and what economic GDP that you can do and your stuff. Third world is actually quite, stop saying that. You stop saying that. It's a very disrespectful term. It really is. It's a very disrespectful term. 48 Laws of Power is all of that. Please go and be in that class, because I can guarantee you a slick little snot like me, you shot my bill down and I said, go and put that up in there. And I came to you with a nice little envelope. My wife made you a pie. It's a pie. Look at this pie. The $50,000 pie. You understand what I'm saying? Go and put that in there, what I want. It's what it did. I guarantee you that one of the most predatory, this is money, finance, one of the most predatory things happening in America today, which should be outlawed, disbanded, and people should be shot in the firing squad. Well, that's a little too intense. We are one. I didn't mean that last part. It just came out by accident. But it's so predatory. It's the payday cash advances. It should be outlawed.
Yes, it should. Oh my goodness.
It is predatory. If you ever do me a favor financially, please don't you ever go get one. Whatever you're trying to save, just lose. Just lose, because God will use anything you ever lost. Just lose it. And I know that sounds insensitive, but once you're in that trap, you never get out. It's like 22% interest. You never get out. It is an unregulated market. That market is not regulated. It's unregulated. And every time we try to pass a bill to do something, lobbyists, a little slick snot like me, go, well, take this pie.
Yeah, they like loan shark.
They are. It is legal loan sharkism. That's not a word, but you get the point. It is legal. But legal doesn't mean right. You can't legislate righteousness. You can't. I'm sorry. It's awful. Stay off of these things. Stay away from them. They are predatory. They're equally as predatory as what we've done with student loans. It's just terrible. The second thing I would say, what's equal to payday cash loan is the whole bail bondsman system. That's the stupidest thing. The second most predatory thing that we are doing to Americans is we're making up laws to throw people in jail. We got a law, like we make up a law, and then we make up a law against that law, just in case that law. Like this is crazy. But this is why it's so predatory. Because they're only targeting people who need to go to work. The only reason you are in the bond system is because you can't afford to spend 7 days in jail and lose your job. So you're targeting poor people who can't afford to go to jail or get out of it. And that's a system in itself. These two things, and that's not political, not political argument. I'm talking about your finances. These two things are predatory practices. They're right in front of you. And if you don't do your personal budget sheet, if you don't have earned income turned into passive income, well, you will be a victim of police brutality. You will. Anybody seen the John Oliver? Well, John Oliver's definitely on the left. Okay, so this is not a political conversation, but he did something. I was very intrigued. I've seen every episode of his show. I love it to death. I love journalism. I love journalism. I like Anderson Cooper. You can't miss me with Anderson Cooper. You can't miss me with any. Okay, Sister Booker, you can't miss me with any journalism. I love journalism. There's something, he did a clip called Environmental Racism. I never knew it. It's incredible. It's incredible. And what they were saying was they take the path of least resistance to dump the landfills and the chemicals. And of course, that's always in low income neighborhoods because you can never put the asphalt pile, that 50,000 feet pile of asphalt in a rich zip code. They take the path of least resistance to the poor zip codes. Go ahead, Phil.
You got to mention Rachel Maddow when you talk about journalism.
Yes. I watched her 2 days ago. She was doing something. I don't know if it was an old clip. She did something incredible. And I was blown away. I just can't remember what it was. It's going to come back to me. You're right, though. You're right. She's not. That's investigative journalism there. Now, she is. Yeah, she's strong. She's strong. She's strong for sure. We got to get to earned income. That becomes passive income. But we've kind of muddied passive income. So let me unmuddy this for you. Everybody, what's passive income? It's passive income. It's all blessings. Passive income, and it's simple. Well, the only passive income that you should be focused with is income that is unearned. This is very important. The only way to freedom on this planet, and as long as we got capitalism, is unearned income. And I know I sound like a radical, and nothing I can do about that. Unearned income is the only passive income. That means you work once, or you start something, or you create a vehicle, and that vehicle continues to work on your behalf. And unfortunately, it's both and. This is not a moral issue. Somebody else is taking their earned income and giving it to you. There is no other way to exist in a society. I do apologize to you. But remember, the economy is based on one factor. Grace get money. Now Grace has to spend money. And if Grace stops spending money, we're in a recession. And you just watch Uber say, yeah, we're not hiring. Uber just said we're not spending money. Hiring is spending money. And then they just said, thank you for sending that article, Tyrell. Then they said, oh, I'm sure this happened in every boardroom. This is why this is Tuesday. I'm gonna promote the hell out of Let's Study a Book for the next year. This is why y'all need to be in Let's Study a Book at 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central, because you need to. People talk, and they always talking past us unless you understand the 48 laws of power. Go ahead, Phil.
Well, and Uber is not going to hire people that they pay on commission.
Ooh, good point. Good point.
It's not like they hire somebody they're committing to a $60,000 a year salary. When they hire somebody, they're just agreeing to split whatever revenue they generate.
That's right.
So for them, hiring is a less risky endeavor than if you're a corporation and you're hiring people based on salary plus benefits.
Wow.
So what do you think the people with salary plus benefits are thinking?
they finna get cut back, downsized for sure. And those people are in the worst position because they've made their lifestyles from their salaries. This is why corporate America is so dangerous. Once you're making $90,000 a year, you have a $90,000 a year lifestyle. You will protect that at all costs. You will protect that. So if Phil or Susan start speaking better than you, Phil and Susan got to go. They got to go. Susan's too intellectual. Got to go because she's now a threat to your position. Unearned income is passive income. It's the only passive income. Because I watch people ask all the time. I see the questions. I look at the podcast. I see them. Everybody goes, well, passive income. You're thinking money that comes to you monthly. That's fine. But if you are doing something for that money, it is not passive income. But it's monthly. That's reoccurring income, reoccurring revenue. That's not passive income. That's MRR, monthly reoccurring revenue is what it's technically called. If it is revenue, it's debatable. Write all this down because I've done this before. Let's do it as I said. Revenue is not money. I do apologize to you. It's not. And money is not profit. I'm sorry. And working capital is life. But working capital is neither money or revenue. That's a puzzle. Sounds confusing, but everything I said is accurate. These are 4 different things. Grace, read it back to me.
Revenue is not money. Money is not profit.
It's not.
Working capital is life, but working capital is neither money nor revenue.
Or profit. Money nor revenue or profit.
Okay.
Yeah, put or profit. I forgot to think about a certain sec. Let's break down this.
Could you put that in the chat, please?
Yes, it is important. It is important. Notice how many terms was that, Grace? Money, revenue, working capital.
Working capital. Oh, and profit.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave profit out. Those 3 terms are not profit. They're not. There's no profit. This is what y'all do. Y'all kill your working capital because you think that's profit. That's why I have that distinction. This is what it looks like. You sell a car. Ken sells a car. He goes, whoo, all right, honey, let's go to Perry's Steakhouse. That's a Texas thing. This is a Houston, Texas thing. Go to Perry's Steakhouse. It's nice there too. It's nice. It's real nice. No. You just took your working capital and you gave it to Perry's Steakhouse. Because your working capital is life, but you say, "Oh, we got money." No, you don't. You don't have money. You have life. That don't mean you're living. I didn't say living. I said life. Working capital just keeps you alive for the opportunity, not the guarantee, but the pursuit of profit. Write that down, Grace. Working capital keeps you alive for the pursuit of profit. That is it. You are not guaranteed profit. It is the pursuit of profit, and you will have to ascend to the esotericness of profit. In capitalism, profit is almost this thing that very few people know. And disagree with me all you want to, Netflix still is not a profitable company. See, Netflix is in massive debt, but they understand laws and they get to spread out debt over 5 years each year. So when they do their quarterly reviews, reports, there we go. The quarterly earning reports. Yeah, you listening? When they do their, Phil's going to totally, he already get it. He's going to totally agree. When they do their quarterly earnings, they get to get more people's earned income to raise the value of their company through unearned income. There it is. And I know now somebody's like, damn, that's a lot of words. Can you break it down? I get it. I will break it down. I will. But I am exposing this system to you. Netflix spends $100 billion a year. They just said they're going to stop doing that because of, well, y'all, because there's too many streaming services now. And how do you get people to come to yours? Well, you have shows that are exclusive. So Netflix spends $100 billion, but Netflix doesn't report $100 billion. They spread that out evenly over 5 years. So Netflix spends $20 billion in debt now for this year. This is 2022. This is 2022. So in 2022, Netflix is going to report a $20 billion deficit. So all Netflix has to do is for the 4 quarters have subscriber income that rivals that $20 billion because they get to allocate it, spread it out, put the dirt under the rug evenly throughout 5 years. Go ahead, Phil.
I asked the Siri, how much in debt is Netflix? Netflix is really about 4.8 billion in gross debt. And the money owed to the studios via contract, 15.7 billion, is technically separate. So you put that together, you got $23 billion.
Yeah, see that? Now, if Phil was $23 billion in debt right now, the men in black would be at his front door. No fingerprints. Oh, you muted yourself, Phil.
And if I'm leaking subscribers like a hole in my boat.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. The men with no fingerprints that don't need to identify themselves at all. Phil would be arrested on RICO charges and covered by the Patriot Act. We would get no court. No courts, no nothing. It would be RICO charges all around. As soon as you try to stand up for him, you go to jail too for standing up for him.
Here's something to think about. That $23 million worth of debt is literally listed as an asset on the companies that hold the debt.
And there you go. And there you go. That $23 billion is listed as an asset, Grace. And they will cut you off for $12.99. What a wonderful system we live in. I always tell you, the business is not meant for the little guy. It's not.
That's the American way.
It's just it what it is. So how does Netflix stay in business? Because the system is Netflix every quarter tell us how much unearned income you have gained. That's it. That's it. You call it customers. You call it subscribers. Nope. That's your earned income that you're freely giving to them. Netflix, remember I told y'all, there's only 2 ways to make money. I told you this. You sell what you know. Who remembers the other one?
You collect it.
And what is Netflix doing?
Collecting money.
And now with their originals, they're selling what they know. They're doing both ends, but they're mostly collecting money. When you are in the business of collecting money, that is not earned income. That is unearned income. And the government goes, how much free money you got? Netflix goes, 15.7 billion. All right, you're good. Good job. You're a good slave master. You've done well. That's the way it is. Go ahead, Phil.
Here's something that you don't hear about. What have we been talking about? One of the major problems in this country is student loans.
Oh, Lord, yes.
And what's the basis of complaining about that? Is a college degree isn't worth what you're paying for it.
Amen to that, brother.
So you've got this penned up, the demand for college, if you're hearing that narrative, should be going down. Well, if it's not worth what I'm paying for it, why should I go to college? Mm-hmm. So there's going to be less and less people going to college. What's that going to do with the industry of colleges and universities when people are going, well, it's not worth it. So I'm making another choice on how I'm going to be educated. And they're sitting there going, well, we were planning on you coming here. We were part of our plan. That's something you don't hear anything about. And that's going to start raising its ugly head.
It sure is. And as far as I can see, it started when Trump was president, not because of Trump, but when Trump was president, when Google and Facebook and all the tech companies got called to Congress. Because now what you have is you have a war between who's running the country. Is it the government or the corporations? Because if student loans are in bed with the government and the government is in bed with universities, then the universities are extensions of the government. But Google has a Google University, bypassing the extension of the government. Apple has a university. All these corporations now are saying, don't go to college. Come to us. We'll train you in what you actually need to know so you can work today so your degree is not outdated. And then to add to that, Apple is the #1 holder in the world of facial recognition, fingerprints, and now retinal scans. The new Apple update. I started not to do it. The new Apple update. I don't know if y'all update your phones. It says, you do the facial recognition. It says, would you like to do this with your mask?
The mask? Yep.
That's a damn retinal scan. There's no, first off, see, 48 laws of power. Tuesday, 5:30. Y'all gonna hear this every chance I get. Tuesday, 5:30. Central Standard Time, 6:30. Today, you need to be in Let's Study a Book with the Human Consultants, because I tell you, why did Apple give you the option? Because somewhere buried deep in their terms of agreements, you had to give permission for your retinal scan. And they reworded it and said, would you like to do this facial recognition with your mask? You ain't fit to be wearing no mask forever. Why would you do a business plan? Why would you spend the research and development as if masks are permanent? Nope. Apple said, a little slick snot like me, this is the perfect opportunity. We got that software we've been trying to use, the technology. We can get all these eyeballs now. And the government's like, we don't like that. Y'all got more power than us. And Phil is right. You're going to see that's going to play out. But we live in a wonderful time. I can't wait to time travel and see how this all ended out. Go ahead, Phil.
Well, Then if you agree to do it with a mask, anytime you need to access your device, you need to find a mask to put on to get recognized, which makes no sense.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Somebody asked me in private chat, if you're selling the house, I was thinking about, making money, all the air traffic people, not air traffic, tourists, not tourism. What you call stewardess? That's what I'm trying to say. The stewardess, they need a place to stay. I was thinking about renting out my house to stewardess. That's a good idea, but you're not in the business. This is if I want to address it. But your business model is not getting stewardess to rent your house. So you're going to say, well, I need to be an Airbnb. You're not an Airbnb. And you're not getting stewardess to rent your house. You're in the business of getting airport contracts. This is the business you are in. If you want stewardess to be at your house, first off, you have to understand that once we become something, we adopt that language. As soon as Dolores leave this call run by this heathen, because you know me, I'm bound to cuss in 2 minutes. It's just going on out there. I got Tourette's. Dolores will go back into her world where folks say things like, worry not, he is able. You can tell a Christian about how they talk. You be in the airport and they have a language. You understand? Bankers have a language. And if you're attempting to get stewardess, you have to understand and respect the macro environment, is what Uber said, that there's a language and environment. Stewardess run into pilots. And you can't be an Airbnb enlisted if you don't use the airport language. This is why business is so difficult, because we in the West have such a colonizing attitude about everything. We want people to be us. You see it in our churches, you see it in our business. It's wrong. The real way to do business is you adopt that culture and be them. That's the real way to do business. You have to adopt that culture and be them. You don't, but remember, but Western civilization is built on colonization. This is what it is. And that's not, there's no diss. It's not, forget the politics. We're just talking about the behavior of things. Now, all you look at your budget sheet, because we're getting ready to close out. The most important thing on your budget sheet is your cash flow. Now, all of you, if you have not finished your budget sheet, you do not love yourself. I say what I've said. I'm not going to take it back. I'm not going to take it back. I'm not going to take it back. You do not love yourself, Jerome, and you don't love God like you claim. Antonio, why are you going to say this? Because you know that that's freedom in your hands. Not freedom, but freedom. Frida said last night her name is Prosperity. Somebody said my name.
Somebody called me.
So you know that when you write down your money, you account for your money. That is freedom for you because you can change it. So you don't love yourself enough to change your life. You can love you. You don't love yourself, change the quality of your life. You say what it is. I told you from day one. I've been saying it, Dolores. I ain't got off of it. Money is a heart issue. And the second reason I'll tell you you don't love God either. It's because money is just a manifestation of God. And in the area of money, you let God scare the hell out of you. I told somebody, you know who you are, this yesterday. Yesterday, somebody called me and I said, listen, you know doggone well you's a Christian. and you broke. How? How do you serve the master of a cattle of 1,000 hills and you can't get a hill or a cattle? Oh, see, this is why Otis. This is why I get in trouble. Right here. It's when I strip away those illusions you got. Ooh, folk don't like me when I do that. The illusions keep y'all safe. This ain't about being safe. This is about leaving a legacy. Your Bible says that a person who leaves an inheritance is a good man. That's in there. Your job is to love your children so much you didn't eat all their harvest. And if you grew up like me, your parents built the harvest and took 100% of it. You were born with no inheritance. You can always tell when I'm ending them. You can always tell my cadence changes. You was born with no inheritance. So your job is to understand that your financial budget sheet and everything we do after this is built on that. That cash flow column is your value on this earth. Say what you want, Antonio. I don't care if you carry sheetrock for your pastor. The value of your value on earth with an F is that cash flow column. No matter what you think, no matter what you say, Bob Proctor, and I'll play that video again. You know I will. Tells you about the law of compensation. Grace, give us about the law of compensation. Let's see. Come on. Let's see. It says split in three. It's split in three. That's okay. I help you. I split in 3 things. Go ahead.
One of them is to make sure you can't be replaced.
Okay, look at you. All right. So number 1 is you're gonna the need for
what you do.
There you go. 2 is your ability to
do it.
All right. And 3 is your difficulty there in
replacing you.
There you go. Grace did it well. Okay, come on, y'all. Let me your mic and clap for Grace.
Go, Grace.
I mean, your mic clap for Grace. She got it. I put her on the spot and she got it. That's difficult. Bob Proctor says that. And I'm telling you that determines your cash flow column. It does. Hear me as we crescendo to a close. Your cash flow column is your value on this planet. And it doesn't matter if you disagree with my handsome face, Dolores, even though I know you do. The bank says, let me see your value. So we don't talk about my standard, Jerome. My standard ain't that. Mind you, I don't own the grave you're going to be buried in, or the tombstone they're going to put over, or the bank that your check go into. So I ain't giving you my definitions. I'm giving you the definition of the folk who control the bank and the inflation and the money. The folk who say tombstone costs this much. And please believe tombstones cost this much. And just like rent, I ain't never seen tombstones go down in cost.
I'll take cremation for 500, Alex.
You understand. Okay. Your value on, I'm gonna do it right here, Grace. I'm gonna do it. You ready? I'm gonna do it. There it is, personal finance, right here. Your value right there is this cash flow section. Is this helpful, Jerome? Yep. This is your situation. This info, just So we got info. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 sections. Info equals how you're selling yourself. No, excuse me. Info equals your slave data. I mean, they said slaves. All right, bring up the next set of slaves. And they said, okay, we got John Bowen. All right, that's that. The info is that set. And I'm going to use this slave language because it's true. And I don't care how you think of slavery. You can think of it as a gladiator, you can think of it as American slavery. Whichever one pisses you off, do that one. Whenever you have to choose two evils, choose the worst one. So do that one. Whichever one really pisses you off, that's the one you need to do. Balance sheet equals your situation as a slave. The details equal how I'm going to get paid back if something happened to you. It's insurance. Grace done fooled around and broke her arm. She costed me money. But I got an insurance policy on it. It's all good. The 6 months Grace done got pregnant. For 9 months, she can't do what I need her to do.
My God.
So for 9 months, I need to get paid. That's the details. Look, don't let these bankers say this stuff nice to you. They're lying. The life insurance policy, the broker accounts, all that stuff. The reason I told you you'll get betterment is because I need to know when Antonio die, can I still be in partnership with him? Let me say it this way. If me and Grace are partners and Antonio dies, but I'm the teacher and the finance guy, Grace is out of business. This is why they have key person life insurance policies, because there's a value on my half of the business. And I don't want Antonio to die. But if you do, I need to be compensated for him dying. And this is why I usually say, thank God for Republicans, because I know they made that up.
And if you all need that insurance policy, just let me know so I can get licensed in the state of Texas, please.
Oh, well, there you go, there. There you go. Go ahead, Phil.
Well, not only compensated, do I have the resources to replace him?
Ooh, good one. Good one. That, because if not, remember, resources are the only thing that matter on this planet, because that's where all the money comes from, all the value. If I don't have a resource to replace you, guess who ain't in business no more? But if I'm not in business no more, guess who don't have a lifestyle anymore? Guess who not getting divorced? Guess who getting their arguments at the dinner table for nothing? And then the last section of this is the cash flow. If you're looking for details in short, it's the insurance policy I got on your life. You a slave, Antonio. You broke your arm. Well, actually, Antonio would have ran away and broke his arm trying to jump down a mountain. That's more like me. That sounds more like me, or something like that. And now they need to get paid for me. And this section right here, Grace, this is your value on earth. Your cash flow.
A different type of insurance. That's like a peril or something, right?
Yeah.
Down mountains and shit.
That's it. Accidental death and all that stuff. You sure right. You sure right. Yes. Cash flow in simplicity is your freedom number. The more cash flow you have is equal to the speed in which you can be free, which leads me to my well, I'm at my closing point now. Are there any questions? I'll take 2. Give me your best 2.
Yes, how do I create 5 ways in 5 months to passive income?
I forgot to do that. That's right. That's starting tomorrow. I forgot we was also saying it'll be Q&A the whole time. It starts tomorrow.
Okay.
No. Let me. I want you to Google. Grace, you do it right quick and then send her the link. Share your screen. Repeat your question so everybody, because I kind of broke your question. Repeat it so I can jump right back in on your question so everybody can.
Okay, I would like to create 5 different ways of creating passive income, and I would like to do 5 different ways in 5 months.
Okay. So the I don't want you to. Well, I do want you to focus on passive income, but I want you to increase your ability to earn. If it's earned income, if you get paid from somebody with a foot fetish, I need you to do whatever you need to do to get money.
I'm willing to do that part.
And then, OnlyFans full of feet. And then you're going to turn that income into passive income. I'm not telling you not to just focus on passive income. The problem with that, hold on, stop your screen real quick, Grace, because this her question had an internal flaw that I made when I started off. Passive income is when you just jump the passive income, there's really only one way to do it, is investing. There's a problem there because your investments need to be secured by your assets. Because investments will fall. Well, you can believe that. Oh, you can believe something gonna happen. COVID is a great example of secure investments falling. When the whole country shut down, those investments that the rich people had, they didn't make any money. And I want you to secure yourself also with streams of income producing assets. So when those investments take a hit, you don't. Okay, go ahead, Phil.
Well, if investments didn't fall, they wouldn't allow for depreciation.
That's a very good point. Very good point. And depreciation is a blessing. It's a blessing. The reason why Grant Cardone said in the video, go look it up, because both me and Grant Cardone don't want to get into the CPA territory. And then you say, well, Antonio said, go look it up. He's right. And depreciation is a blessing.
Well, I guess what I was.
Well, I haven't answered your question yet. I warned you. Okay. Yeah, that's why you're confused. I warned you because if you skip to y'all familiar with Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant? It's ESBI. Pull it up too, Grace. Like, hurry up. Because I didn't mean to talk to you like that. Just got a little timer in my head. So she's gonna pull up the cash flow quadrant. You can just go to images. It's definitely a book we're gonna cover. Right, go to images, just looking for the little, yeah, there you go. And then big it up. Okay, well, that's fine. Just zoom in. Yeah. You be clicking links all willy-nilly. I'm gonna give you a virus. Yes, we decline your pop-up. E and S is on the left, B and I is on the right. E and S is slavery. B and I is freedom. When you ask Frida, how can I create 5 passive incomes? If you don't have any resources, you're accidentally, in most cases, saying, how can I have my money work for me? That's called investing. And that's a blessing. But I'm telling you that when you Margie age, beautiful, 29, ain't nobody got time to be losing money. So when the country says, oops, we made another man-made virus, y'all got to pay for it. Ain't nobody going to jail, though. We should be in jail, but ain't nobody going to jail. they really should be in jail for that. We want to have business income too that shields us from what is about to happen in the next 6 months. Okay, you can stop your screen real quick, Grace. I want everybody to see me in my face because your question prolonged me, Frida, but it was the best question thus far. I'm glad I asked. The next 6 months, I see doom, but I told you that like 21 classes ago. I don't see this stuff correcting itself until 2030. But that's me. I've got my own reasons. We'll cover it on the next. You ask me tomorrow. Write it down. You ask me tomorrow, I'll tell you. But I see no way out of this. And as much as you want to hate Obama put y'all in years of plenty. You got spoiled. And now we got a whole generation of me's out here doing business, thinking you good. You are not. You are spoiled. And then Trump came behind you and put you in years of entrepreneurial plenty. And by my calculations, Phil, we ain't got in trouble. Well, we did. COVID did it, but they masked it real good. We could say we was out the recession, the Great Recession in 2011. It's debatable, but it's fair. So you've been in plenty for 11 years. And the plenty is just printing plenty. Every action has an opposite and equal reaction. That's 11 years of y'all thinking you're actually good in business. 11 years of borrowing, unchecked. Netflix is $22 billion in debt, according to Siri and Phil Sorrentino. Plenty. Netflix started Obama and president, or at least got their rise. You say a lot of these companies that we like today started in those years of plenty. So I want you to I want you to master the B and I. I'm telling you this, well, because I'm responsible. Protect your money by having assets that protect you. So when the crypto goes down, when the stock drops, because Dow super dropped, when it drops, you're okay because you have created hard income producing assets. Well, that's a warning. Now here's the answer to your question. I want you to Google, now get your screen up, Grace. High income producing assets. Excuse me, high income producing skills. Oh, what is it called? High income skill sets. That's what it's called. My bad. High income skill sets. That's what it's called. Let's see. Trying to see what I can see. Oh, here we go. Give it a 20. Give it 29. Sounds good. She only asked for 5. 29 sounds good. Copy and paste that link.
Will do.
All right, now scroll down, but we get ready to put it in the chat though. But we're gonna see. She's asking for passive income. All right. Here's the high income skill sets. Let's see. Once I start naming it, there we go. Copywriting. That's words that sell. And then I just want to select 5 of them, Grace. Content creation. Keep on going. Content marketing. Online course creation. Keep going. Graphic designer, keep going. And then web designer. You can stop right there. There's 29 of them here. The reason I did that because I wanted her to be relevant in her question. Relevant in her question is simple. I wanted her to understand that why you making stuff up. In 2022, we got some high income skill sets that everybody is clamoring for. Ain't no sense in you making the pond with some fish. All 29 of these got fish jumping out of it. Some of y'all need a graphic designer right now. a website right now. You get me? You need. So with that being said, go pick 5 of those you can do, Frida. And you knock out B and I at the same time. You get it? That's the answer to your question.
Awesome. Thank you so very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
There you go. So let me back up a little bit so I give you my closing thoughts. I was walking you to you're screwed. It's a professional term. And the only way to get out of that is to have unearned income moving, which leads me now to my closing thoughts. Force. I love science because science takes an approach that everything is wrong, false, and stupid. And it takes the negative approach and then says, oh, okay, well, this wasn't wrong, false, and stupid. It was true. Right? It takes the opposite approach of religion. It doesn't mean science can't learn from religion and religion can't learn from science. They both can learn from one another. But it's fair to say that science is out to be proven wrong. There's a scientific formula for force. Force equals mass times acceleration. In order for me to force my laptop on the desk it sits upon, I had to exert force, torque, and lift, and then sit it on the table, and it is creating force in itself on the table. So force is the goal. And I want you all to have your unearned income force you into freedom. But you can only do that with mass times acceleration. Mass is the real thing. E equals mc squared. It's energy equals mass times the speed of light twice. It just means that this phone is energy, wrapped in energy, wrapped in energy, wrapped in energy over and over and over again until it became something that I cannot destroy. Energy can never be created, can never be destroyed. If I melt this phone, I would not destroy the mass. Mass takes infinity to destroy. All I would do is release the 90% energy, because what is E equals mc squared? There is squared light in this. You call it energy. All I would do is release the energy back to where it came from, but the mass that was created would be a pile of melted, stinky stuff. Because it will stink if I melt it. There's no doubt about it. Therefore, I want you to receive that you cannot have freedom without something tangible. So all of that, I'm a coach. I'm my brand. My company is me. That's cute, but it ain't setting you free. Rewind, press play. I didn't tell you not to crypto with Margie. You look good doing it. But when you get that income, you need to put it into some mass. Anthony, I'm making it make sense. I'm glad you feel better too, or feeling better. If you want financial freedom, write this down as I said, your unearned income equals the thing that is real accelerating and getting better. Your brand is not real. What is brand now? Brand is important because the only thing that's ever the internet. Mm-hmm.
Can you rewind and press play again on that?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
If you want your freedom, your unearned income to be real, you've got to accelerate it with real mass. That means that your business can't just be your brand because it's not real. Where does brand exist on this planet? Only in the human mind. There's no dolphins saying, whoo, oh, that Frida brand is cold. No, it doesn't exist. Brand only exists in the human mind, just like music. So therefore, brand should be viewed as earned income. They're not going to tell you this, but I'm exposing this. I'm telling you what it is. I see the world this way. I see the world as one big chessboard. Brand is
and Antonio, will
yes,
you
ma'am.
that, please?
Yes, ma'am. Sure will. Brand is not mass. It is invisible. And all brand is earned income. You're earning it with your law of reputation, which is in the 48 laws of power, which you should be in tonight at 5:30 Central Standard Time. The humor consultants, let's study a book. Guard your reputation at all costs.
Be there, beware.
That's actually one of the laws.
So with the brand or whatnot, that's like saying the brand, the name that I have for the podcast stuff and my other stuff, I should be earning money off of that name, should be coming in.
Absolutely, you should. But once you earn that money, don't you go spend that money, and don't you think you earned the damn thing, because you didn't. What you earned was slavery until you go put it in a mass that you can accelerate. And in this case, the mass should be defined as a hard income producing asset.
I'm sorry, I'm listening while I'm at work, but
No,
I'm
you're
going to the little stuff, and I need like actual, I don't know if I can talk to Grace or whatever to get this breakdown, because it's like I keep looking at like the thing that you gave us for the worksheet thing. You asked my mom, I looked at it and was in panic mode and was like, I don't have none of this. I don't have not near anything on here. I don't have that. And I have less than $50 in my bank account, and I'm sitting up here trying to figure out what to do, but I don't want to keep working paycheck to paycheck. You get what I'm saying? Like that mindset is like, okay, I need to get out of this.
So this is what I'm gonna offer all of y'all for $24.99 a month. All right. We will give you the extra. If you don't need it, you don't need it. We'll give you what you need to create it for 24 outside of this for $24.99 a month. Grace, that's going under the special account, which means filling Susan's. Okay. You understand? It's going under that stripe for $24.99 a month. You can get that help. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. It's not bad. Are you willing to take $24.99 to? That's actually a good point. Let me tell you why I said that.
Can I call it personal finance help?
Personal finance help from, and I'll do it myself, but you need to use the other stripe. Not okay. Don't use my stripe.
Okay.
This personal finance is do it yourself. When you ask someone to do it with me, that comes with a fee. You understand? Because, and that's fair, that's your integrity. And Yolanda is a good integrity paying person. As soon as she got it, she'd be like, hey, Grace, you know what I'm saying? You got it. She's good. The reason I'm saying that is because you're stomping, it's called opportunity cost. When you stop Frida from doing something, you're costing her customers while she help you. And the law of compensation, or I should say, God says, reap what you sow. If you're going to stop people from making money, then no matter what you do, you're going to be not blessed and you're not going to make money.
Also, Antonio, those who pay attention.
And that wasn't shit. You ain't missing me with that one. Go ahead, Phil.
And the first thing they need to do is take the standout assessment.
And the first thing they need to do, take the standout assessment. You're absolutely right. So we'll make sure the $24.99. Fortunately for Yolanda, she's already doing that. So she's good. So congratulations, Yolanda. We got help for you. She just did that yesterday or Friday or something like that, right, Grace? All right, then. So you know you're good. Ain't God good? You're good. You're already doing the $24.99. There you go. Because she jumped on an opportunity, and I just reframed it. She jumped on another opportunity, but I just accounted her $24.99 she's doing for whatever she's doing to this thing here. So we got you. There's one student there, Grace, for extra help. No problem. She needs to take the Marcus Buckingham assessment.
That will be 2 students, sir. 2.
All right. Well, that's right, because both of y'all did it. And the good thing is, it's already in the good stripe. It's already in the good stripe. So that's fine by me. That's good. That's good.
Grace had me in there.
There you go. If she's one of whoever Friday started $24.99, that's you. If not, just do $24.99. We'll take care of you. We'll give you the extra help you need. And that's fair. Please, I just put it in the chat for you. Do it yourself, do it with me, do it for me. Do it yourself. That's what this is. I'm blessing you. You know what I'm saying, Jerome? I'm giving it away. We've been here for 2 hours and 1 minute. You know what I'm saying? Do it with me. All right, no problem. For $5,000, you know. Do it for me. No problem. That'll be $50,603.27. That's how it works. Treat yourselves like that, because money will only behave like you treat it and like you treat yourself. If you treat yourself in the category of money poorly, money will treat you poorly. Money will only mirror how you treat yourself. Money will only mirror how you treat yourself. If you're always getting scammed, you always scam yourself. You always scam others. That's important. And if someone says, I don't know what to charge, Antonio, congratulations. I just accidentally answered it for you. Do it yourself, you charge a little less. Do it with me, you charge a little more. Do it for me, well, the whole kit and caboodle. But if you want my time, my being your name, well, that costs. If I want all your time, that costs all my money. In Jesus' name, amen. It is what it is. It is what it is. Do things for free. Please, all day long, do everything for free. When it's do it for yourself. When it's do it with me, watch out now. When it's do it for me, oh, we go together. It is what it is. Force equals mass time acceleration. I'm trying to tell you that your unearned income is the force. Your mass is the hard, you label these things. Your unearned income is the force. Your mass is the hard income producing asset. And speeding that up, it depends. Increasing your ability to earn, getting more customers, getting more subscribers, that just depends on what kind of mass you have. Whether you're selling what you know or you're collecting what you know, that just depends on that. You understand? So that I can't tell you what that acceleration looks like if I don't know what your mass looks like. Notice brand wasn't in there. Am I telling you don't have a brand on shit? You better have a brand, because the internet only rewards brands now. And you only been with me for 2 hours and 3 minutes because my brand says every damn minute you're getting value. You get it? My brand is that. Some of you finna jump right into film school and be on there another hour. Film school is just an hour, so that's not that long. That's actually good.
Sure is.
And in film school, we're going to tell you about what cameras to buy, all sorts of stuff. Okay, all that stuff. I'm going to start you there, and then I may give away scripts today. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see how. I need to see where y'all education level is first. In conclusion, you can't be a force without unearned income. But Antonio, how I get unearned income? Well, you need a hard income producing producing income, an asset that's always accelerating. It was the very reason why I never let us slip into an education company. I told you we was always fronting that way. I've always said that. I've always said that. I always said we was fronting. And in fact, my famous words, Margie, is don't nobody listen to a teacher. This is my way I could sneak around the competition. Nobody listens to teachers. Nobody listens to teachers. Phil says, you should do this, great idea. And y'all go, nope. Go ahead, Adrian.
And then I opened my mic up right at that time.
Yeah.
Hardcore asset in the education field, like that would be the actual school building.
Very good damn question. No, it could be the school building. It can also be your course. It don't have, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if you could develop a course for your book, that course becomes a hard income producing asset. Now, what you want to do is take that hard income producing asset, which is earned income in this case for you, because you're trading your income and you're trading your energy for that, and you're earning that, but it's still a hard income producing asset. But then you want to put it in a hard income producing asset, you ain't got to do a damn thing in. So you got to be at the course. You don't have to be at the house.
You was in the energy. I was in the energy.
Yes, she was.
Because I was trying to figure it out. Like that sounds like what I was saying, but you were saying something different. So okay, but I'm glad.
No, I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. I mean, I spent a little extra time because y'all questions were fire. And we here now. Shit, we might as well just stay. Go ahead, Susan.
Well, that's why when we started Humor Consultants, we didn't start ourselves saying we're speakers, we're coaches, we're this, we're that, we're teachers. We and if you go to our website, well, here it is on my screen here behind me. We're growth, profit, and enjoyment advisors. And that's how we've always built ourselves. That's why we were able to do multi-year retainers and all kinds of different things through the years.
That's right. And those multi-year retainers were hard income producing assets.
Yes.
That's exactly what that is. When you say Exxon, yeah, we'll do it for 3 years. That now becomes a hard,
a couple times a week or less, and you have that.
100%. No, 100%. It does. Just remember, though, you want to switch what you're earning into something like real estate. It doesn't have to be real estate. Just something like you can sell jets if you want to. Something that is controlling an industry. Are y'all getting that idea? Real estate is controlling an industry. You own a piece of earth and you're controlling that address. That's powerful when you think about it that way. You looked at this big old rock in the sky and you said, this piece, y'all paying for this piece. I don't care what y'all say, I own earth, at least this little piece, and you paying for it. And it's okay. And you want to take your income to something that you're controlling. Remember, billionaires control industries. And you want to control the industry that is 2811 Avenue L, or whatever you're right, wherever you live. So I'm just made up an address, but you get it. And in conclusion, and time has been well spent, but it actually been blessedly spent. This is blessed. I feel like walls were broken, and strongholds were broken. Is what Dolores folk would say. I feel good. I feel like you all are learning, but you're definitely learning because your questions, have y'all noticed y'all questions are getting far more complex? So you're definitely learning. You could ask these questions in day one for sure. And this is good. This is rapid growth. In order to be a force, you need unearned income. But the formula for force is mass times acceleration. And mass needs to be something that the light has hit over and over and created something that cannot be destroyed. That's the important part here. This is why the humor consultants are going to tell you, watch your damn thoughts, watch your words. Because if you keep saying, I can't wait. Okay, that's energy on top of energy on top of energy. And once you produce that I can't, and it manifests itself in life, you can never get rid of it. Y'all out here trying to get rid of stuff you did. You can't. You cannot undo mass. Once you manifest it, it is there. You can't apologize for it. You can't get rid of it. The only thing you can do is go create another mass that you want to deal with. That's it. Go ahead, Phil.
And the word is made flesh.
That's
and dwelt amongst
us. That's perfect. So you cannot undo mass. Once you put mass on this planet It will be here for a millennia. And I'm telling you, your brand is not light hitting light. It is the vehicle, the conduit, it's the electricity. But you need something that ain't going nowhere. When you build a house, that ain't going nowhere. So am I going to tell you stocks is mass? Absolutely not. As long as Black Tuesday exists and the opportunity for it, if houses can't disappear, stocks can. Am I going to tell you not to get into stocks? No. I'm just telling you stocks is the first step. And when you think about the people who are in the top 1%, 90% of the top 1% own real estate. And that's a staggering number. Can Amazon disappear? No, it's a hard income producing asset. But I guarantee you, Jeff Bezos takes out those shares and puts it into something. But that's why he stopped being a CEO, because he had enough hard income producing assets plus brand assets and shares. And that's it. Your formula is, Yolanda, go get something hard. I don't care if it's a Cool Cup stand. I don't know. Is it's Cool Cup? Yeah, I know what I mean when I said that. Is that just a Southern thing? Cup. That's because you're in the South.
That's you're in
the South. You're in the South. The ice cream stand, the slushies, you get the syrup.
Yolanda has it. She has a very, very hard
good
thing that she could put out there.
Yeah.
Just saying.
No, it's good. I just don't know if Cool Cup is out the South. I'm not sure if it says the same thing in the East. But you know what I'm talking about, when you go, it's hot outside, you eat the little strawberry, watermelon, banana cream, shaved ice thing, that thing.
Don't forget grape.
Oh, grape. Well, you showing you're very Black. Grape is a Black favorite, just like apple would be in the Hispanic area. Grape is
it's
very
slushy.
Black of you. Slushy. All right, there you go.
Oh, grape's always been my favorite.
There you go. Grape is good. Grape is good. If you sell ice, sell shaved ice, sell ice with cool, doesn't matter. It just needs to be something you can hold in your hand that produces income. So your brand needs to be invisible. That leads to the visible. And then you put that visible into the next right move, something that is better. And that is it in the simplicity. Is that simple? Yes. Is that simple for you to catch? You caught it 10 minutes ago. It's just unexposed, Margie. They just don't tell you this. It's hidden, because it's like the emerald tablets. If I tell you, now I got to partner with you instead of own you. We'll see you all tonight at 5:30 for that bold statement I just said. I don't want to partner with you, I want to own you. That's covered in the 48 Laws of Power. You might want to get yourself over there. 48 Laws of Power. We are excited. And I ain't going to say nothing but the first words he told me to say. After that, I ain't saying nothing. And I'm listening. I'm excited. And God, learn these 48 Laws of Power. They're good. Last thing I want to say to you, accelerate whatever is the hard income producing asset in your life. If you don't have it, and I have to say this for y'all, spend your damn money you're holding on to. I don't care how bad it is and how scared you are. Holding on to money is keeping you a slave. Money has no value if you don't spend it. So spend that $1,000 on that doggone class. Go be a credit repair specialist, or I don't know what y'all do, but whatever you do, go do it and go spend the money on it. You know, if you come to Texas, pay the fee to learn how to teach people how to get concealed handgun license. Trust me, it's a booming industry in Texas. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can't play better. You can't dominate. Thank you all, everybody. We love you. We love you.
Love you more.
Yes, there it is. There it is. So we'll see you all now. I'm gonna log in right now. Film school is pretty good. So y'all gonna like it. All right.